Hi guys, I'm up to the next step of this sofa that I'm doing. So this is an unexpected live video. I hadn't planned to come on tonight, but I'm about to do this now, so I thought it might be a good opportunity to show you me using some dark liquid wax, which I absolutely love. So I'll give it a second to see if people are there to come on, give people a chance, and I'll just talk about what some of you probably have already seen on the page, and that's I've been painting this up in it was just brown and it was like a coppery finish on it, but it wasn't very pleasant, and so I'm giving this a completely new look. And the stage that I'm doing now is not the finished stage. I've got a few different layers that I'm going to layer up over this, but so far I have prepped the piece, and I have given it a couple of coats of a colour called French beige, and now I'm going to add some definition to the carved pieces on it. So I won't be putting my face in front of you. I'll just continue what I'm doing and get this done. So I will start. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I always forget to introduce myself. My name is Kayleen West, and I'm a bit of everything. I paint furniture, I do illustrations, kids books. I'm an author of children's books, and yeah, just somebody who likes to do lots of creative things. So I will start. Now I've got just a real cheapy brush, actually. I think it came in a set. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, you've all would have seen these in the shops. Real cheapy brush, nothing much. In fact, they don't last, these guys, but they're good still. For certain jobs, and I just use this with the liquid wax, which I've put on the top of, we eat a lot of this yogurt, but I've put it on the top of this yogurt lid, and I'll just show you. It's I think it's clear. It's very, very liquidy. I've got to be careful as I show you, because I am hovering over the fabric of this sofa and I don't want to drip any. It does cling to the brush, so it's like a thickened cream consistency. So when you buy thickened cream before you whip it, that's kind of the consistency of this wax. Now, I haven't been using it a long time, but since I discovered it, I use a lot, and it makes life so much easier. It's so much more forgiving than a lot of other waxes that kind of grip and soak into the paint, and you can't move it around too much. This is pretty forgiving, and you'll see as I do it, it doesn't stain up too quickly, so you've got a lot of playtime with it. So it's really lovely. The colour is umber, and I'll just show you. That's it there. L'essentiel Botanics liquid wax. So as you can, oh, you can't really see because I've shaken the bottle, but that one's nearly empty. I use quite a bit of it. So if you're on there, say hi. I can see some. Hi, Linda. Which wax is this? It's L'essentiel Botanics. I do actually have it on my website. I've ended up being a stockist for them because more for convenience than anything, because people do and will be asking me a lot what I use, and it just stands to reason I make it easier. So it's up on my website. There's a clear and a white version. The white is very, very pale, like you don't get a really strong white finish. So if you want to go in very lightly, that's good. But yeah, so you can get it from other stockists. L'essentiel have it on their website too, but Australian company. But I really like the eco-friendly factor of it, because we're a healthy home and we like to have I'm painting in my house, so I have to be very careful. So anyhow, enough of the sales pitch. This is it, and this is how I use it. So for those of you who are just jumping on now, I do prep my pieces, whether it's just the light sand and a good clean. I have sanded this and cleaned it thoroughly. I've done a little bit of crack filling, just like hairline cracks that are probably nothing, but I've got a video further. If you check my videos on the page, you'll see there's one about filling hairline cracks. It's a very, very quick one. Take it, have a look at that. And I've filled a few of those, and then I've given it a couple of coats of a colour called French beige, and it's like a clay colour. I don't know if you can see it in the video. It probably looks white in the video, but it's a clay. It reminds me of yeah, it reminds me of light clay, but it does change when you add the wax to it. It looks very, very different when you add the wax. And if you've seen the pictures of my beautiful blanket box, it's actually at the end of this. I might be able to drag you over and you can have a look if it's not too difficult, but I've done that in this colour. But that's the colour I've chosen for myself, and it just looks beautiful once this wax is on it. So anyhow, this is it. You'll see it's nice and easy to get onto your brush. And yeah, so talk amongst yourselves. Say hello if you're there. Hi, Gail. And if you've got any questions, fire away. Fire away. And if there's anything else you want to see or anything else you want to, you know, I've just started doing the lives and the videos, and so I'm still navigating what people want to see, so speak up. So I'm rubbing it into the cracks of it. It goes on very easily. It is just like painting with cream. And so I'm just hitting the cracks and the deepest parts first. I will do this twice. I don't always, but I have actually started on the other end of this sofa, and I found that I wanted to do it. I go over twice. There'll be a reason for that. I'll show you. Now I'm hoping you can see it. You can see it going on, but I've got you on a tripod, so I might move in a bit closer at each stage and then move you back if you want. Just don't get seasick on me. I know what it's like. I'm so not seaworthy. I know anybody else gets seasick. I had a cruise a very, very long time ago. Went on this cruise. Went on Fair Star, and I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I felt so ill, and the person I was with said, "Oh, we haven't even left yet," and I thought, we must be moving, and I opened back the curtain, and we just was pulling out of the port, and I was crook as anything. It didn't serve me well at all. I'm just going to move you in closer just for a tick, so you can see. Hopefully you can see close up. Is that going to work? There you go. Can you see that? So I'll try and show you kind of close up each stage so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Visuals are good. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. It was Linda, wasn't it? Yes. Awesome. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the thumbs up. Please share if you think anybody else might be wanting to jump on, because I didn't announce it or anything, so a lot of people won't know I'm even doing it. So the liquid wax goes into there, and you can see I'm not even worrying too much. I have used stains and waxes that I'd be panicking by now that that's setting and I would get a really hard edge around it. But watch this. You just blend it in. You see that? Now I didn't paint that part of it. I painted in here and in here, but as I rub the two together, it covered the whole lot, but left the dark in the deeper spots. And then I touch over the top. I use the excess off the rag. I have to be very careful if I move in closer to this sofa for obvious reasons, the fabric. But it's really quick. Like, it's really, really easy to use. And you can go you can layer up with it as much as you like. You can get darker and darker if you want. I'll show you how much that has done on that spot in a minute. I'll just finish up to where you can see, because you can see over here. You'll see my rags in the background. Waste not, want not, my mum used to say. So these are, they've all been through the wash. They don't look clean, but they've all been through the wash in here. These are like, I use these a lot. This is Chuck's brand. I won't be buying these anymore. I bought a big roll of these, and they're real cheapies, but they feel very different, and they kind of roll up in your hand when you're working sometimes. They kind of run away from you. So they do work differently, feel different. So yeah, so I haven't put them away, so they're in a big mess behind you, or behind me. Yes, easy to apply, Linda. Very easy to apply. That was the attraction, actually, for me, because I was getting very, very sore arms from waxing. Even the beeswax is pretty easy to apply too. Even though it's a thicker, it's not like the liquid wax. The beeswax they have is really easy as well. I'm looking forward to seeing this finish this couch. One, because it's been sitting in my studio for a while, taking up, as you can imagine, an enormous amount of space. And I'm very limited with my space. And I have been really looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Don't you know, every time I'm a bit concerned now, because I've got my battery saying I'm low, so it's just, there's been an update on my phone. Bo, update on my phone, and the battery's going close, and my husband's just walked in the door. So, because I never time these things well. I'm live, babe. Keep walking. Thank you. I'll pick it up in a minute. And my dog, it doesn't matter if it's a family member, he's going to bark if there's somebody at the door. But that's live, hey? And it's either that or I don't go on tonight, because I'm squeezing it all in. Yes, it's all happening, Linda. In fact, could you shut the door, please? Thank you. That's part of life, working inside the house. Really? Oh, did you shut the door? Okay, thanks. he's walking past me with the cheekiest grin on his face. You know, a bit like the kid that wags school or something. You know? So after this, I'm going to be adding some gold and probably some shimmer top coat in places for some pearl-like finish. The house it's going into will be quite elaborate. I've done a few pieces for this client, and they love gold and they love beautiful elaborate furniture. So I get to do some special pieces. This is I picked this up and I was going to keep it myself, and he talked me into selling it, which often happens. Okay. Now can you see, I'm hoping you can see the definition in that. I will move you in closer in a minute. So bear with me. I mean, you should see my studio at the moment, or you shouldn't really, but it's like I've got this area over this side of the room that I'm working in. The other area is like stacked right up. I'm sure some of you watching would probably relate to that. Yes. Okay, so this bigger area, it wasn't quite enough on the rag to cover that, so I'm giving that some and then wiping it off pretty hard in there. And then looking for the gaps. Do I scare you when I get near the fabric? Okay. Let's wipe that excess off there. Okay, now I'm going to move you in so you guys can see. I've got wax all over my hands, but I'll move you in closer. Oops. Just going to put my hand on it. Okay. There you go. Can you see that? And if I don't respond straight away, it's because sometimes the comments take longer to come through than they're not as live real time as that should be, or would prefer to be. Then I'll move you around here. So that's kind of the first. Now there's some little bits I've missed. I've got to go in there, back in there, and I'll do that. And then I'll come back again and I'll show the second wave. Oh, I touched something. I was trying to zoom in, I touched something. While I've got you in my hands, I'll take you over and show you guys the blanket box that I did. Okay, so just take you over here. It's very awkward holding you on a tripod. Sorry about the knocking. Actually, you know what? I can take it off. I've got this little doodad on my tripod. That would have been easier. Oh, hang on. There we go. This is it. I need to get back, don't I? Oh, I'm not very good at backward. Hang on, I'll turn you around. Turn you around. Oh, sorry guys, the setting for flipping it around's gone. I don't know what I've done, but let me get. There you go. Can you see it? Can you see it now? I can't get back enough from it. Oh, there it is. It's come back again. Hang on. Around. It's come back now. So, okay, there we go. Let me stand back as much as I can because I'm in a tight spot. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, how beautiful is that? Give me a heart. Yeah. When I spotted that, oh, I went, oh my goodness, I have to have that. It's just like, look at it. It was all brown and ugly, but look at the carvings. I just went, I can do something with that. Isn't it beautiful? Now this is kind of the finish that I'm putting on the other one. It'll be more goldy. On my blanket box here, there is gold, but only just enough that it hits the light, and you see whether you're seeing the shine. I mean, we're in night light, unfortunately, so it's a bit yellow, but and we were getting really sidetracked now, aren't we? But I just love this, and that's been done in a blue that was sea glass, I think. Better get my names right. But this is what this wax can do. See that? And I've crackled this in here. And so I'll stand back. So there it is. So that colour, you see how it's more, it's got a more yellow tinge on it. It's not as yellow as what you'll see in the video. I can see that it's looking a bit golden in there. And I've done a pop of blue inside. So yeah, blue. I've got curtains inside there so you can't really see right in it, but yes, you know, I have only got 3 pieces for myself, but that's one of them. I'm too busy doing everyone else's. Okay, I'll wander back over here to where I was. Put my tripod back. But before I do, I'm just going to move him while I've got it this way. It'll be easier. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to give it another layer. So if you're just popping on, I've done this couch. I'll stand this sofa. I'll go right back from it. It's got cushions for it, but they're not on it. Just go right back. You see that? It was a little bit hard to part with, I have to be honest. The light's very yellow, but basically that's where we started tonight. A white clay colour, and we're putting the liquid wax on. So I'm going to put you guys back on my stand. Try not to trip. Flip you around. Definitely a keeper. Definitely a keeper, Linda. I have to get something. I keep painting it and then giving them up. The idea at in the beginning was to do them for us, but okay. There, we're back. Now back to it. Okay, so now the next it's going a long way. So that's how much I've used so far. So and there was probably what maybe a teaspoon on there, and I just pour it out. I'll just show it's really handy because it's got one of those little tops. See that? So I only squirt. It's very, very tiny little top there, and you only just squirt out what you need. Nothing's wasted. See, squirt it out. I've still got quite a bit in my brush. So going back in it again, it goes on very, very easy. Then you know, it's got the slip of the wax, and anything on the top is going to rub off pretty quickly. So it's pretty much a waste to put anything on the high spots after this for sure, because you're just going to wipe most of it off. So I only go back in where I need, and you could go down to a smaller brush. We've got low battery warning here. You could go down to a small brush for this, and probably waste less, but really, I mean, it goes a long, long way. You get a lot out of it. Is anybody starting to think about Christmas yet? Hi, Candy. I'm panicked every time you wave the brush. Yes, I know. Did you see the video, the 20-second video I did yesterday? And I was painting right up against this, and when I'm doing it, I'm painting it in one. I've got the brush in one hand, and the camera. I'm holding my iPhone in the other hand, and my dog's trying to climb on my lap because I was down the bottom doing the base, and he thought I was up for a cuddle. So he's trying to climb on top of me, and I'm going right up against the fabric. But I managed. I try not to let fear ever get hold of me. But that was really quick. Second time around, putting it on is very, 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 very quick. Wiping it off even quicker. Yeah, the fabric on here is perfect. In fact, it's you know, it's pretty much new condition. It was only ever used in a like an entry on display, so extremely good condition. And it's really nice fabric. It's a lovely colour, and it's very good quality, so there's no point painting it all. Fortunately, the colour goes with the client's decor. So there we go. There you go. I'm going to show you that because I'm a little bit afraid that we're going to run out of juice on the phone. So I'm going to move it up so that I can show you closer, and I'll try and keep my hands out of the way. I'm not very good at this, am I? I'm trying to take you out of, I've got this really cool thing on the back of my phone now, and I can slip it out, in and out of this thing, but there we go. I'm going to flip you around again, I think. Okay. So, there you go. So it's not plain, it's got some definition. I mean, I do have to go in here still, which I'll do with a smaller brush, and I'll wash my hands before I go in there. So don't worry, Candy. I'll be doing that before I go into, and all along here. You see, it's not quite there. I'll be washing my hands now, getting the very edge of a wax rag, and then going very carefully in there to finish those little tight spots off. So sorry about the night light, but you know, I was doing this and I thought people would appreciate it. So if you want to see more, comment below. If you're not already following my page, please follow my page. And if you're interested in anything I have on my website, I'm wanting to put more detailed articles up on my website because I kind of get lost on Facebook. So if you're not there in the moment or that week, a lot goes down the feed. So I want to put more into the information on my website. So if you want to get notified of that, please go to the side bar. I'm not sure where it's on the phone, but if you're on a PC, at the side where you've got photos and videos and those tabs, there's a sign up tab. Click that, put your email in, and I am gathering myself together with more regular updates. I won't bombard you. I just, you know, just between my website and this page, I can kind of let everybody know what's going on. Well, Gail, I'm happy to give more. I just would like to gauge what people want from me. A lot of people know what I do and ask questions on other forums, and I found it a bit hard to keep up with all the comments everywhere. So I thought, well, I'll gather it in a more considerate way, film stuff, put, you know, more detailed stuff on my website. And I'm thinking of probably, actually not probably, I am thinking of teaching in the very near future. So online teaching. So yeah, so if you want to be in the loop with all that, please just jump on that that side, you know, that side tab and sign up for my newsletter, and I'll let you know. Things will be put on here, but they get lost in the feed. So there you go. So the next step, keep watching for the next step. Not now, obviously. I've got to switch off before my battery goes out. But yeah, there'll be gold on, and I'll update you. Now, I can't remember who asked me about the gold. Somebody asked about the gold. I'll show you what it is rather than make you wait for that. This is what you can see. I've used a bit. This is what I'm, hang on, let me zoom. soft gold. For some reason I can't, it won't. Oh, there we go, focus, there you go. That's what I'm using for gold. It's like a semi-transparent gold. It's not mixed up, so it's looking a bit funky here. But yeah, I use that. I use that a lot. I might be using a bit of gilding wax in it too, but I don't know yet. I have to see it. I kind of play it by ear, and then as it's developing, I'll make those decisions. So thanks for jumping on, guys. I see my furniture friends there. Thanks for coming and checking it out. So I hope it helped. And have a great night. What's today? Thursday. Yeah, if I don't go live before the weekend, have a great weekend. I'll catch you later. Bye.